Hello and welcome to part 4 of my Conan Exiles how to playthrough. In this episode we'll get a little leather production going for future use and get our first follower. There are roughly 3 types of followers in the game. There are pet followers like bears and wolves and shalebacks. There are human followers known as thralls. And then there are mounts. We will do human followers and mounts in the next few episodes. So today we're going to do pet followers, and specifically we're going to try to get a shaleback. And there are different variants of the animals that you craft. So we're going to make a taming pen. We'll stick babies in the animal pen. And depending on the type of food, they'll have a chance to become different variants of that animal. And usually you're going to be looking for a greater version of that animal. So today we are wanting a greater shellback. So first we need to put down an animal pen after I fight this guy. Remember, we have our iron weapon now, so we're taking down enemies a lot more easily. One combo and he's down. Always harvest. I unlocked the rest of our iron tools. I got an iron hatchet, iron sickle, which is for gathering plant fiber and other plants. And I unlocked the butcher knowledge and got an iron skinning knife. But back to the animal pen. So take out your construction hammer. And first go to knowledge. Survival. Thrall taker. Unlock that. And then unlock Apprentice Tamer. So with Apprentice Tamer we can make a few different things. We can make a large animal pen which will hold 5 animals. A small animal pen, a feed box, which you don't really need anymore. You don't need to feed your pets to keep them alive. You do need for healing and combat, but not just while they're sitting around. And then there's some different recipes for food to feed them when you are taming them or leveling them. So go to our construction hammer, construction menu, companions, and crafting stations, companions, animal pen. And go ahead and do the large animal pen because in order to get the variant we want, you want to increase your odds, and with the large animal pen you can raise 5 at a time instead of 1. So that requires 300 stone, 400 wood, and 20 twine. And it is rather large. So stone, wood, twines in the armorer's bench. And then we're going to place it directly on the ground. If you're playing on a server, official server especially, or on a private server with Decay, I don't think I got enough materials. I need 400 wood. That's what I was saying. We're going to place it directly on the ground. On a server, you're going to want to put foundations down and then put it on there because with Decay, it will disappear pretty quickly if you're not like around it constantly. But if you put it on foundations, it's on the normal 10-day decay timer for official servers, and then whatever it is on a private server. But here on a single player game, we don't have to worry about that. Just find a spot where it's flat enough. It's going to be right next to our base, but that's okay. We're just doing utility in this first little base we have, not aesthetics. And there we go. So as you can see, there are 5 slots, and so as the instructions say, put a baby in here, give it some food, wait, and we will get a shellback. And this is the same for all pets. And then they, different foods depending on carnivores, herbivores, what they prefer. So now you want to get a baby. Almost every animal in the game has babies. And so we're looking for a shellback baby. And there's usually a few on this island, although I did clear this out a little while ago, so they're not back yet. But if you come over here, there's some more. And they're very heavy, so I'm just going to grab one. If I grab 2, I'll be over encumbered. And then when you grab one, the parents will not be happy. So you could have picked up all of them. You hit the interact button when you get close to them. If you attack the parent, or once you pick up another baby, the rest will try to flee. But you can't pick up multiple ones. You're just going to be very slow and not be able to fight well. Alright, so throw this guy in the animal pen. And I already picked up 4 more earlier, and I threw them in this box. So I'll grab those. And now we are very slow. So we got 5 in the animal pen, and now we need to get food for them. And the type of food you use will determine the probability of getting the different variants. And like I said, we're going for the Greater Shaleback variant. And the foods that will give you, that you can easily obtain, that gives you the best chance for a Greater Shaleback, is desert berries or shellfish. But shellfish you have to catch and produce, and that takes extra time. So desert berries in Noob River area are easy to find. Right over here, and we'll use our new sickle. Alright. And you only need 1 food item for each of the babies. So desert berries will give you a 10% chance to get a Greater Shaleback. And then crafting speeds, it takes 30 minutes on baseline official server, or if you don't change your settings on single player. I have my crafting time cut down to quarter of normal speed, so that would take it down to 7.5 minutes. And then I have the pet taming speed lowered as well, so I have it set to a quarter, so that is going to be a couple minutes on my settings. I don't like instant tame, but I don't want to wait forever making these videos. So we're going to pop the desert berries in here, and as you can see, they're going to start, status bar down here is going to start moving, and in a couple minutes we'll have our shellbacks. And while we're doing that, I want to start getting leather production going, because we're going to need that soon. So we're going to, first of all, we're going to switch to the Tanner journey. So first we need to unlock the Tanner. Let's go to your knowledge. So now we can go to the journey and switch to the Tanner journey. And first, craft a stone skinning knife. We've already done that. And it wants us to skin a corpse. So we'll go fight these hyenas down here real quick. And as you can see, there's a baby hyena. Skin these corpses. And then we'll be putting down a tannery in a second. And to fuel those, you need bark. To get bark, you go up to a tree with a pick and harvest it. And you'll also get resin, and hold on to that too. We'll be using that in the near future for some things. Alright, so we want to place a tannery. So go to our construction menu. And for some reason, tannery is under smithing. So that 200 stone, 100 wood, and 50 bark, which we have. I'm going to just put the tannery right here. So smithing, tannery. Okay. So next it wants us to acquire leather from the tannery. First we need to make some leather. So to make leather, you take hide. And you put it in the tannery. You can put regular hide or specialized hide like hyena pelt, but I'll show you why you should not do that directly. Put the specialized pelt in there. So put some bark in there and hit play. And then that's going to start crafting leather and tar. And we're going to need tar very soon to make steel. So take some leather out. And that completed the journey step. And next we want to craft a tanner's table. So, and we unlock that when we unlock the tanner knowledge. So go to smithing again, tanner's table. And there we go. And this one actually gives you a nice reward. You get an improved tanner's table. We can't make that yet. I believe you need some higher tier materials, and it is bigger, and we don't really need it right now. All it does is speed up when you're making specialized leather later. So we unlock that. And then, so grab some hide. Not twine. So grab all your specialized hide. So that's all the hide I have. And then take your specific hides, like your reptile hide and hyena hide. And then come to, you can strip hide for the specific type of hide. And that will take, that's going to take 2 specific types of hide and turn it into 3 of the generic hide. And then you can put that in your tannery to get more leather. So it's another intermediate step, but you're going to get a lot more out of the hide that you harvest. So let that work away. Crafting. All right, so that is getting our leather production going. All right, and let's see if we got lucky with our shellbacks. All right, we got a greater. Excellent. We also got a green one and a red one. So I believe that's variant A, B, and then there's a C, a D, and the greater shellback. So put all these on our hotbar. If you leave them in the animal pen, they won't decay, but if you put them in like a box or keep them in your inventory for some reason, they will decay. But it takes quite a while. What's that, 170 hours or something? So let's put down the different types we got. So this is the most basic one. This is the female, the male that we've been fighting. And they might come fight with me. Let me try to take this guy out. Right. And then we have the greater. So as you can see, a real size difference, but the biggest difference is in the HP. So the basic green one has 152, the red one has 213, and the greater has 1964. And they have pretty good armor. They don't do a lot of damage though. There we go. So yeah, by default they'll be on attack all. So you want to go into here, hold interact on them. So combat tactic, guarding behavior, you want them to be on either aggressive means they're going to attack everything. Defensive means if they get attacked or you get attacked, they will start attacking. And passive means they will only attack if you command them to. So I'm going to put them on... Actually, I don't need these two smaller ones. They're useful for like farming because they have 4 slots. And pets don't have a encumbrance weight limit. They have a slot limit. So you could fill these guys up with 10 stacks of iron stone. And there's no way you could carry that without being encumbered. And that's no problem. But if these regular shellbacks get into a fight, they're just going to die. So we don't need them unless you want to just have them for the fun of it. So if you go up to them, hit the interact button, break bond, it's just going to delete them. All right. So I want to put this guy, go to the inventory, hit interact on him. We're going to put this guy on defensive. And you can change the follow distance, the attack distance if they're on aggressive, and the chase distance if something flees from them that they're trying to kill. But most things we're going to fight will not flee. So. And then And then some controls you might want to change. If we go into our settings, controls. Get where it's at. Okay, so under combat, key bindings, you can command them to attack, which is, I changed mine to F. You can command them to go here. Just if you just use the default interact E key on the ground, they'll head that way. You can command them to wait. And then one that's really good is command them to flee. I'm going to change that to T. Because if your thrall gets in trouble, you can start running away and hit T, and they will flee and come with you. Which is they didn't have that before, so it's really nice to save your pets or thralls if they get into trouble. And then we'll take this guy out and do a little leveling. And when you're leveling, you want to feed them specific foods. If you come and hit E on them and go to stats, these guys have strength, agility, vitality, and grit. There's a growth chance. These chances are randomly determined when you raise up the animal or tame a thrall. Strength affects how much damage they do. Agility, unless they're a archer or agility-based fighter or archer, human thrall. That doesn't really matter. Vitality is their health, and grit is their stamina, which doesn't matter for pets, and their armor. These guys have good armor and a good health bonus. So when they level up, they have these percentage chances of getting a additional point in one of these stats. And depending on the food you feed them, you can give them a bonus in that chance to get an increase in that stat. And the two main ones you're going to want to do for these guys are desert berries. That is going to give health percentage chance on level up. And then plant fiber is going to give strength percentage chance on level up. So I have some desert berries, so we're going to put them in the inventory. They'll eat one right away. And then if we go back to their stats, we can see that added another 14% to their vitality growth chance. So now it's at 72%. And there are some foods that will split the difference, but those are not easy to obtain. And then the food also will heal your pet as it's taking damage. The healing from the desert berries isn't great. It's better from the plant fiber. And actually it's the best from aloe, but aloe I believe just gives you an agility increase chance, which isn't going to help with these guys. Alright, so we want him to follow us, so go interact with him and click follow. And let's go fight some stuff. Best XP around here is probably alligators. Humans, that's one thing to know about if you're trying to level up fast. Fighting NPCs gives you terrible XP, even like named NPCs. Shalebacks give about 10 times as much as killing a named NPC in the Noob River area. And gators give almost twice as much as Shalebacks. But the best thing is, and when you get some attribute points, which I have some I haven't spent yet, you can go to authority, which affects your followers. Each point will increase the amount of damage they deal and the amount of concussive damage you deal when you're trying to knock out NPCs to convert them into thralls. And we want to increase this to the first perk as soon as possible, because that is the irritate perk. So the follower will taunt enemies, and they will be much more likely to focus on them instead of you. And then I'll put a few more points into strength. Alright. So let's find some more gators. Did he already level up once? He hasn't leveled up yet. So he's 2083. So we can hit F on one of the crocodiles. I keep calling them alligators, they're crocodiles. So he's aggroed them. Like I said, he doesn't do much damage, but it allows you to get behind him. Skin these guys. And he's getting pretty close. He did level up. Alright. So he was 2083, so he got 1 additional point in vitality and 2 points in grit. No strength increase. So now we got him over 2000 HP. And we're a little encumbered, but of course we can just go up to our Shaleback friend and transfer the heavy stuff onto him. And we are unencumbered. Very nice. Alright, so let's head back to base. I think that'll do it for today. If you're playing on an official server, you are going to want to put up walls around your base or bring your followers inside because even on a PvE server, someone could drag an aggressive creature over to your base and potentially kill your thralls. And in this area, the giant croc's nearby, so people like to grief by doing that. So you might want to put up a perimeter fence. But even if they're too big, he should follow me inside. Yeah, they can come through the doorways. So I'm going to do interact, stand guard. And there we go. We have our first follower, our first pet. And this is a game changer. Just like going from stone weapons to iron weapons, from iron tools to iron weapons, it's a big jump once you get your big follower to help you with farming and fighting. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and have a good day.